This is a reverse recruitment run for Fire Emblem Engage, so it does contain spoilers for the entire playable roster of the game. If you're interested in remaining unspoiled, go ahead and click away from the video now. Alrighty then everyone, welcome back to this reverse recruitment run of Fire Emblem Engage. Now, this is going to be an exciting map because we get 3 new characters here, and if we're to look over to the side over here, you will see that indeed, I actually didn't know this for sure, somebody mentioned it in the comments, but I wasn't sure. The other characters are indeed replaced with their reverse recruitment counterparts. So we are very excitingly going to get to fight against Celine, Sniper Etier, which I mean makes sense, and Alfred over here. Due to the order of the reverse recruitment, it's not Celine, Louis, and Chloe, or say Alfred and his 2 retainers, Boucheron and Etier, but it's still going to be really interesting to have them replaced. I think their stats are relatively similar to what their counterparts would be, except for Etier, obviously. She's a little bit different than Rosado. She has a lot of attack power, but not really a whole lot else going for her here. It's just interesting that she's promoted, because of course, Rosado being a Wyvern Knight, who in the vanilla game cannot access the base class Pegasus Rider, is promoted, so she does get that extra little boost there. And of course they all have their skills, and Celine will indeed get the Lucina Emblem when the map starts after turn 1. At least I'm certain she will. I'd be surprised if she didn't. Let's just say that. Now there were a couple other things that I wanted to talk about before I actually get started. The other thing was one more little chirp on the audio. I've adjusted things a little bit more now, but as it turns out the real issue is actually my speaking voice. I don't really have an issue talking for a long time over the commentary and, you know, keeping things going, but the actual volume with which I'm speaking varies greatly, and it turns out to be too quiet a lot of the time. So I've changed my microphone gain a little bit more now, but I actually can't reasonably turn it up too much more without, you know, getting some blowing and bursting, and we're already getting some of that already. So I think the next step is going to be investing in a studio microphone, because that's going to clear up a lot of the issues. You won't be hearing as much air, and I'll be able to turn up the volume without having to worry about peaking and blowing and all that too much. The second thing was that I did want to open up my Discord channel to y'all. Now, just to be 100% candid, I am a little bit nervous doing this because obviously I don't have anybody to say moderate or go through everything. So if y'all are interested in joining, please have a little mercy and try to keep things, you know, PG and, you know, down to earth, so that I can follow and make sure everything's going okay, because, you know, the internet can be a scary place, and the last thing I want is to make a Discord server and then immediately, you know, something bad happens. And I hate to be negative like that, but it's just the reality of the internet we live on, and I absolutely am going to take measures to prevent that. But otherwise, feel free to come and hang out. I talk in there all the time with my friends, so feel free to join, and we'll, you know, I do other things as well, so I'm sure we'll have something going on there. Nothing planned right now, no interesting events or chats or any of that, but eventually we'll have something going on in there. I just need to take things one step at a time to keep things moving. Now, I think it's time for us to be able to move on to the chapter here. So we do get still a limited number of deployment slots, which is unfortunate. I hate to say it, but I think the characters that are on the bench right now may stay on the bench, and I know everybody's going to hate me for benching Rosado, and I kind of hate myself for it too, but he got so much favoritism and screen time in my first run that I almost feel guilty continuing to deploy him, just because I have to give him favoritism again. I mean, his stats are fine, but he does really need that energy drop, and unfortunately that energy drop has kind of disappeared under mysterious circumstances that I can't explain at the moment. So yeah, the stats are boosted now. So I think Bunet really appreciated what I had to say about him in the previous episode, because oh yeah, we got a double S rank meal, which I've never gotten before, and I think only Bunet and Anna, believe it or not, can cook the double S rank meals. So we have +2 to all major stats, which is kind of ridiculous. Alright, and now we get Fogado, Zelkov, and Kagetsu, and you might be aware that I am a fan of one of these characters. You'll figure it out. But we're going to join and talk about these characters. The first one is going to be Fogado. So Fogado has his own unique class, the Sentinel, which is basically an unpromoted Bow Knight. Let me go ahead and put his gross on screen here. What does his base stats look like? Pretty solid. They're looking like all Chris base stats, but with more speed, which is kind of nice. 7 build is just fine. I think that Steel Bow slows him down by 1, but it's hard to tell. No, it does not. Okay, so Steel Bow I think is 7, and then Longbow will slow him down a little bit, but so what? It does that to everybody. 70% speed growth is standing out to me as a particularly spectacular stat right now. I'm really liking that. Obviously, 35% strength growth is not super impressive, but it is the easiest stat to patch up in this game. We can just forge him a nice silver bow, even get the longbow engravings too. Also, Fogado, one of the few characters whose base designs I really like, both him and his horse, I think look pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of the characters have weak designs. Somebody pointed out in the last episode that the reason I like the Emblem outfits so much is because they're based on good designs as opposed to the actual characters in this game. But anyway, back to Fogado. He's going to be an important unit. He's already ready to promote, which is very nice. He might get the Master Seal at the end of the chapter. Unfortunately, you can't promote mid-battle in this game, which I found very annoying, but so be it. The reason is he's our first archer, and flyers are abundant and powerful in this game. And people have even mentioned that the Tiki Paralog is kind of a nightmare if you don't have an archer yet, or if ETA died or something, or if you know, whatever, in Reverse Recruitment you don't have access to an archer. It can be pretty difficult. So I didn't actually plan that out, but this will be a nice order of circumstances here, that we can get Fogado first, and then take him into the Tiki Paralog to get a little bit of a boost there. Other than that, I think he's going to be solid and reliable, and has great long-term potential, and is going to be excellent on the next map and the Tiki map at the very least. Also, I mean, longbows are just good. He's our only longbow user, and probably will be for a while. So, good candidate on this guy. I like him a lot. Alright, and then we've got, I believe, Zelkov up next, yeah. Okay, so Zelkov's one of my favorites. I don't know what exactly turned me away from him at the very beginning, but he's one of those characters where, like, oh no, I'm not going to like him. He's going to be the edgy thief type, and they're going to play into the archetype super hard. But, you know, he's actually a little bit different. He's a hobbyist, and all of his supports are really fun to listen to, and not only that, his combat is quite good. And I can see from his stats here that, yeah, they're still quite good. 16 speed at base is kind of absurd, and his strength isn't even bad. He's got 12 strength. The low might of the Iron Dagger will hold him back a little bit, but all we need to do is forge him a Steel Dagger or a Silver Dagger, which will be ridiculous. And in fact, Zelkov already, who had a high base build, once again has a pretty good build here. He can use the Silver Dagger without being weighed down, so if I just invest in getting him a Silver Dagger, even forging it and engraving it, he could use that for the entire game and be stellar. Let's see, the only downside to Zelkov is that he can be kind of frail, especially in the resistance department. I noticed him in my original playthrough taking lots and lots of magic damage, and even in a couple rare instances, he would get straight up one-shot by a particularly powerful spell like Thoron, Bolganon, that kind of thing. Zelkov, I don't know if I'll be deploying him the entire playthrough, because again, he's another character that got a lot of favoritism in my first run, but it's hard to turn down a good thief. Daggers are good in this game. In addition, he has one of the better personal skills of this game. It's just hit -10 on enemy phase, or avoid +10 on enemy phase, however you want to phrase it. Just pretty solid overall. Now, of course, if enemies have 0 hit, they're not going to attack him anyway, but that's not a huge deal. Better him not get attacked at all than, you know, risk dying. Alright, and then we've got... oh yeah, Kagetsu. Man, this lines up so nicely. Kagetsu replaces Lapis. It's so on point with how things are in the base game. We've got a mounted archer instead of the foot archer Alchrist. We've got a sword fighter instead of Lapis, and then of course, you know, Zelkov's not a mage, but 1 to 2 range poking, it's about the same. All right, anyway, Kagetsu. I hear Kagetsu is a monster. I did not use him in my original playthrough, but people treated him like the Percival of this game, or a Har or something. Someone that joins, you know, later into the game, but kind of just dominates with combat for the rest of the series. So, I don't know if that's true or not. His growths are looking pretty solid right here, though. In an unpromoted class, he's got a really high total percentage. 70 speed, 40 strength is looking really good. High dex, honestly, good defensive growths. I can see why people like him. I mean, again, his total growth rates are good. And this is an unpromoted class, so he'll get an extra, you know, 10, 15% for promoting into Swordmaster, which probably is what I would go to where I'd promote him. It just seems too cool and appropriate for him. Base stats are quite good, about the same as Zelkov's. Slightly slower, funny enough. That's not the Iron Blade weighing him down. No, it's not. I didn't think it was, but I just wanted to confirm. I think, yeah, Kagetsu also very, very strong. I mean, these are characters who were pretty powerful in the base game. I didn't like Fogado's base stats when he joined, but other than that, these are popular and powerful characters that I think people used a lot, then just replace their old units with. Which some would say is a problem. I think I could agree with that in some ways, but honestly, it's fine. The game's still a lot of fun. You can still make the characters you want to work. Alright, so that's it for the characters. Oh wait, Kagetsu, his unique skill is like the opposite of Zelkov's, where he gains a void if he initiates combat. Still good. I'm not sure if it's better than Zelkov's, but honestly, comparing them directly is kind of silly, but they're both just good passives. Alright, so moving on to the chapter here. The game wants you to set up a kill on this archer. Oh yeah, it's Smash Weapons tutorial. Well, that's not exactly right here. Oh, I just realized, I think the position was slightly different. If I remember correctly, no, it wasn't. That wasn't right. Alchrist was here.
I love it.
They want you to shoot down this guy and then smash this dude off of the tile so that he doesn't have the protection tile anymore. But it's kind of hard to do that because the hit rate is not very good, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's actually not bad. We may actually do that and smash him off the tile. I mean, we do a lot more damage just attacking him, but, you know, it's an option. Alright, so first, let's kill this guy. Yeah, easy one-shot. The hit rate is not very good. I think Alchrist maybe had more dex. Maybe his hit rate wasn't very reliable either. Hard to remember.
Talk about a good time.
Oh, you know what? I did forget to do something? Ah, you know what? We can use a time crystal for it. We don't need it. I wanted to do something else first, and that is... Oh, skills go off.
As you wish, Divine One.
I wanted to move Pandreo, and since he's not attacking this turn, he's holding on to the longbow. I wanted to hand that over to Fogato. Alright, no tutorials, please. This will be the same RN, so there's no chance of missing here.
Glad we met.
Alright, and then do I want to smash him off the tile? Probably not. Unless Tamara's accuracy is also... Oh, she one-rounds him? Oh. Okay, maybe Tamara doesn't need any babying. I think she's going to be just fine. So yeah, let's go for a poke here with Zelkov. He can take the... Can you take both flyers? 11 defense? Probably, right? Yeah, he's not frail at all. I remember him having like decent defense in my original playthrough as well. He can take a few hits. Once again, I swear the RNG is rigged or something. Like every single episode has started out with like low percentage criticals. I swear. Unbelievable. All right, well, so much for feeding the kill to Tamara, but honestly, she'll be fine. Now, to get through this guy, we're going to use Linden. We'll have Linden stay out of range of the flyers for now. Deal decent amount of damage. I'm pretty sure if I were to equip... No, we don't have the Thani. We have Shine, which I don't think is enough. Yeah, so we'll stick with the fire.
My turn.
No, we'll do it like this. We'll attack with Hortensia first. She can take a counterattack. And then we'll give the kill to Linden. Hortensia's quite ahead on the XP department. Hortensia also is one that I should consider promoting. Because that Sleipnir Rider class is really cool, and I want to get World Tree, which just sounds like a lot of fun. I want to spam even more staves. Somebody mentioned that... Again. Okay, interrupt me, why don't you? Alright, the World Tree skill seems really good, and somebody mentioned in the comments that
Shall we dance?
it applies to almost every staff in the game, not just healing stabs and healing adjacent stabs, but a lot of them. And in addition, it doesn't work specifically on like rewarp and stuff, which I mean makes sense. I don't know why it would work on rewarp, but it's weird that the description is wrong. It's also weird that they have, you know, patched the game a couple times now and not updated the description, which is weird, but apparently that's the case for a few different skills. Where does she want to go? Probably over here. Again, Marin's another one where she's so powerful and I probably should use and promote her, but I kind of don't want to because again, she got so much favoritism. And I don't... nothing really to do here. Move Pandreo in a little bit closer. I can chain guard, since somebody there will get attacked. Get some XP. Now, a few people have also commented on the viability of having Pandreo become a Martial Master. I still don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Somebody's going to be a Martial Master in this playthrough, and people also informed me that Tiki gives arts proficiency, which I was very happy to hear. So I think what the plan is going to be have Pandreo... This is illegal. Have Pandreo promote to, you know, High Priest or Sage or something normal for him, and then promote somebody else to Martial Master. That was a nice flip, too, from Zelkov. That was cool. Zelkov's is cool. If you haven't heard Zelkov's supports, you really should listen to some of them. They're hilarious. He's just a weird guy. Not really edgy at all. I like it. I like him a lot. I'm also going to give Pandreo a chance. I've already listened to one of his supports. It was the one with Veyle as well, which is very strong. I mean, all of Veyle's supports are really strong. So I'm gonna give him a good chance and try and make sure that I'm not judging these characters based on their appearances. All right, let's just move in here. I once again expect the chapter to be pretty easy gameplay-wise. Eventually, I think things will get harder as the enemies scale up and our XP gains will not accelerate. I know Lineage is inheritable, but I think in the interest of keeping things interesting, I won't inherit Lineage on anybody else either, even though I think it's much less powerful than Starsphere. But yes, we do see that Saline is now bonded with someone who we don't know yet, of course. And she's actually, I think, a much better user of Noble Reaper. Yeah, her stats are just better than poor Hortensia's at this point in the game. The sync stats are very high too, but she's gonna be a lot scarier. I think she'll still be fine to deal with. If we can get her to use the Noble Rapier and not kill anybody, we'll be able to easily take her down. Well, maybe not easily. 16 defense is also kind of a lot. We'll tackle that a challenge when we get there. For now, we can just kind of blow through all the enemies here without much issue. I do want to be sure that Fogado is getting some XP here too, because I'd like to get him a level if I'm going to promote him here. That way, that 90 XP I put on him doesn't just go to waste. And I know, pitfall, wasting XP, that kind of thing, but well, whatever. These both need to hit, but she takes 0 damage in return, so let's go for it.
Allow me. You have my respect.
By the way, I tried to look this up, but somebody will have to inform me. I did a battle against Claude in the arena just randomly with Timera, and he did a backflip to shoot his bow. And, you know, he fired his bow upside down. I really wanted to comment about it, but I'm pretty sure that's the normal Emblem animation. Someone will have to confirm or deconfirm that, because at first I thought, oh my god, that's hilarious, why did they do that? But then I realized, it's probably not the actual case.
This is it.
Or Illusia.
Oh, well, you know what? I should give Lyndon the Obstruct staff for the potential for massive obstructs. That we certainly don't need, but I would love to use anyway. Alright, so I don't think she can fight 2 enemies at once. 10 plus 12, that's exactly enough to kill her. She has 22, right? Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I probably can take this guy down. Yeah, I think with a combination of, say, Zelkov... Yeah, a combination of, say, Zelkov and Marin should get the job done. Now, do I get the one-shot with the Silver Sword, considering the poison? Oh, I get the one-shot with the Steel Sword. Momentum is good. I know I keep saying it, but it's good.
That's how a knight does it.
Alright, and then we'll have... Oh, that's right, Kanto. She can take 2 hits for sure. And then we'll have Fogado shoot... From here... That's just... 8 defense? Yeah, they're gonna go for him. Okay, well... But I need that space to be clear. Yeah, okay, due to the way I positioned myself here, I do have to do it like this. So Fogado will take some damage here. 10... Let me just make sure he doesn't take 18 damage from an Axe Knight, right? Oh, this is a Iron Great Axe, though. 31 attack. So he takes 23 from that? Oh. That's a lot of damage. I may not be able to do it like this. Let me see what the longbow's accuracy is, so then I can attack without a counterattack. That'll be good enough. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and dance for Timera. I'm starting to get a reasonable amount of SP on some of these characters here, so I'm hoping that... yeah, we'll be able to do this. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to grab Cantor on a few characters. It's a skill that's too good to pass up.
Think whatever you like.
Unconditional 2 movement after... Well, I guess it's not unconditional. You do have to do something that involves a staff use or an enemy combat. So it's not entirely free, but, you know, it's close. Oh, he doesn't reach. I guess that's not a huge problem, but I thought he reached there. Anyway, we'll have Pandrail Punch, and just he'll do his best. That's right, it breaks. I keep reading arts break the gray weapons, because it never came up in my original playthrough. Yeah, he's going to get a shot off, probably on Zelkov, but Zelkov will be fine. I'm very much misjudging the 4 and 5 move characters that I have, because they're mixed instead of everybody being 4 move, Cavalry being 5 move, that kind of thing. We have a few special classes mixed in here. Alright, so now this is just one guy, so she'll be just fine. Yeah, keep the Liberation. She wants to be a physical unit, so keep her with the dagger. Oh no, Sea Doll, okay. Even better. That's just great sacrifice XP that I've set up in advance. Totally planned. And then I think those flyers also move in this turn, if I remember correctly. Ah, Great Axe on Marin. Interesting. I guess because... Oh, no, he's dead. I was about to say she could get broken. But no. No, the enemies aren't allowed to do anything, apparently. Yeah, they do move in. Alright, that's what I figured. Now, can anybody get that? There's no way the longbow one-shots if the steel bow barely one-shot, right? Yeah, no, not at all. So, there's no way to get to that other guy there. Ah, we'll just let him attack. So be it. No supports yet to boost accuracy or anything. Thankfully still hitting.
Rather be friends.
And we do have a dance. I guess like a dance longbow. No, that still doesn't work. I would have to have Hortensia over here. I'm not even sure she kills. No, she kills. But hey, too late now. Alright, let's move in. Probably have Lyndon kill this guy. How well do we do against this knight? There's no way. Okay, well. This isn't 1 HP though, right? No, that's 3 HP. If it was Alear, we could set up the passive, but Lodestar Rush does kill, and I think that's what we're going to opt for. Unless she doubles with the Rapier? No, just Divine Speed. Maybe I just Divine Speed... oh no, 1 HP? Hold on. Hold on. There's no way she one-rounds these guys. No, absolutely not. 10 defense. So they only deal 5 damage to her. Let's deal with the sniper over here first real quick. Pandreo, I think you're going to do a punch. I think you're going to do a punch. Zelkov's damage output is already respectable. I see 17 attack, and I'm like conditioned from my old playthrough. Think, oh, that's kind of low. But no. That's perfectly fine at this point in the game.
May their souls find peace.
Alright. And then Kagetsu, you can get a kill. No. Favoritism. Favoritism. Hold on.
I have it.
Okay, who's next?
Alright, Tamara level up. Level 7. Ideally, we get her to level 9 and 70 XP here. Holy smokes. Okay. Well, she's determined to be good. Yeah, I definitely think that deserves a party.
Let the show begin.
Alright, he'll get attacked, but that's just fine. Yeah, we'll just move in as far as we can. There's no way, yes. 14 speed. I keep thinking sometimes my units will get doubled, but pretty much everyone on our team is fast enough to not get doubled. It's just like Saphir that's kind of slow. I mean, not even 12 speed is fine. I know her speed's boosted by the meal, but still. Alright, so what's the plan here? Am I Lodestar rushing on this side? We have a few options for chip damage, but the main problem is that we can't actually reach this guy, and the Seraphim doesn't help us. But I guess he doesn't kill anybody. He'll just break Bunet, which I don't see a huge issue with. Let's go for it. And hey, you know, everybody's deciding that the enemies must die. It could keep happening. Ironically, that makes it a clean 2-hit kill with the poison. It's funny. And then Iron Axe, or what about Rapier? No, 2 HP. Gotta go for Iron Axe. We'll try to Lodestar Rush one of those, not generals, knights. Axe Knights. Sword Knights? Whatever knights they are. Sword Knights. Alright, kill for Lyndon. In fact, stand adjacent over here. I know somebody mentioned another build that I wasn't quite familiar with the specifics on. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. In that, there's like a bond ring, apparently, that gives you Dire Thunder. It's like, so Dire Thunder is a tome from Thracia that was only usable by Olwen and Reinhardt. That was essentially a Brave Thunder tome, which of course makes sense. I think this guy doesn't move. If I remember correctly, even if you try to bait this guy, he doesn't move. But it's a Brave Thunder tome that had pretty good might, a little bit high weight, 60 uses, very, very strong in Thracia. Yeah, okay, yeah, he went for the break. And apparently it's like a skill that like gives you Dire Thunder if you have Thunder, which sounds incredibly broken to me, because I remember there's also a bond ring that I got in my first playthrough that was like Great Thunder, and it gives you plus 20% damage on Thunder skills. And then the I guess drawback, air quotes, of the Dire Thunder is that you can only use it on regular Thunder. But obviously if you were to forge a regular Thunder and give it to someone with high magic and have it be a brave 3-range brave weapon, that's ridiculous. And you can combine that with Lyndon to get plus 20 crit on that attack, because everybody's going to have a better weapon rank than the D rank Thunder. And that might be a fun meme build to go for. I say meme build, it actually sounds like it'd be kind of strong. So I don't know if I'll do that either. That's definitely not as strong as the like Dragon Soren Veyle build thing, like doubles your crit rate. Somebody clarified that for me as well, because there's no way that I would have realized it was mistranslated, at least not right away. So we'll see if we'll be going for that kind of build or not. I'm not sure yet. There's no way to... Yeah, so the only way these guys move in... I'm going to highlight Saline here real quick. I imagine Saline has the same AI as Hortensia, where she actually won't attack at her max range. She wants her buddies to be in range first. So if she doesn't have at least one ally in range to attack with, which I think she always will do this Cavalier, she won't move into attack because she wants to use her... What is it called? All for One? Yeah, All for One. The cool chain attack. I really like that skill. I didn't use it enough in my original playthrough just because it didn't come up. Alright, you, Bunet, you're already very strong. You just get out of the way and stick right here. Oh, I see. I was looking at the hit rates change due to Marin's skill. I like how it shows you what your hit and avoid rates are going to be on this tile you move to. Alright, you just wait here, and then we'll have Saphir take this kill. Oops, that's items. Iron Axe.
No one's gonna miss you.
Don't worry.
Alright, that's just an archer, so we'll have Fell Protection here. We might just straight up wall them out. Let's equip the Armor Slayer here. And Pandera will probably chain guard for somebody. Tamara, you can fight this flyer, no problem. Fensalier. Well, I could have used the Shield Gambit. I think that would have given me like free bond. In fact, let's test it. I hate to use the Time Crystal for things like this that are very minor, but I also want to be familiar with the game mechanics. So I believe if I just use the Shield Gambit, it'll give me bond points, right? Even though it doesn't do anything here? Yes, it does. So that is kind of nice to remember to do every so often. Alright, so let's go heal Chain Guard. Dun, 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 dun. Dance. Chain Guard. Oh, can only be fully HP, right. I used Chi Adepts so infrequently in my playthrough that I kind of forgot that was a thing. Well, we can just get another heal in. You know what? Do you have the, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and pass over the Obstruct Staff. It kind of takes away Hortensia's options, but the 5-tile Obstruct Staff is always fun. Alright, you can just move one in one closer. They're not going to attack Zelkov, I don't think. They're going for Marin with the Armor Slayer. They really don't value their lives. They just want to deal damage and have a good hit rate.
That was cool, was it not?
Alright, Marin's level 10. She's a great candidate to promote. Maybe I will promote her. If I'm going to promote her, I'm not going to promote her into Wolf Knight. We'll have her do something else. Oh, you will go for... Oh, because he doesn't deal any damage back, I bet. Fair. Well, she one rounds? God, I keep forgetting Veyle's really good. The +2 to all stats are inflating everybody's combat potential right now, though. Remember that.
Good night.
I still think she one-rounded him, though. Yeah, that guy, that Chi Adept just wants a Chain Guard, which is totally fine by me. Alright, so I believe... No, she doesn't have a buddy to attack with if I move here. Although, unless I don't kill everybody. So I believe if I move here, she won't attack. She wants a buddy to attack with. Alright, so Saphir, your only targets are this Cav and this Flyer. I imagine the hand axe is not super accurate here. We'll go for it anyway. This is going to be a hard guy to take down otherwise. Alright, good hit. Was that like a delay for the XP to appear there? Or was that just me? I feel like that was delayed XP appearing.
Understood.
Alright, so Tamara... Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. I have the Claude, so if I... Wait, no, how do I... Here, let me try to do this. Combat arts, right? Yeah, so I'm doing this just for the bow. Yeah, okay, so I can make a bow attack with the Fail Knot, which is actually not very accurate. And somebody pointed out that... In fact, can I do this from... Let me kill that Armor Knight first, and then I'll continue my thought from there. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, almost one round to the chain attack. Hold on, let's grab a Javelin. Javelin. I need to forge that spear, too, at some point. It's just expensive.
Me first. Again.
Now for my next experiment.
Alright, good Linden level up. Come on, let's see it. Very good. Very, very good. Magic speed and some extra defensive stats. Also, a nice point of luck, so that he'll be slightly less likely to get crit. Alright, so Tamara, you can attack with the Fail Not from here. And the way I work, so I'm going to try to leave an enemy alive. I don't think they'll go for her, even if I do this, though. But the way somebody explained it was that she'll make the attack, and then she actually has, like, guaranteed no damage taken. So all the enemies hit, crit, and damage stats are all just reduced to 0, which is kind of ridiculous. Now, I have to assume that they won't attack her on Maddening, but the person who informed me seemed to think otherwise. So I'd love to leave, like, someone here. Well, she has 17 defense. Oh my god. How is she so strong? I guess 13 plus 2 plus 2. Damn. Okay, so nobody's going to attack her. I'll have to figure this out at some point. Are enemies going to attack her or not? We'll try to figure that out soon. Alright, Fogado, you move in with Zelkov here. And it's actually not going to be enough even between the two of them, right? 13? No, okay. So what's the option here? We don't really have another option. I think we'll just dance for Fogado to get the kill. And then we have the Rapier over here. Yes, Bunet with the Rapier. This is an obvious go-to. Breaks as well. Thank you, Divine Speed. I really like the ring setups I have right now. I'm going to try to pass them around a little bit more just to experiment. It's fun to pass them around and see who does well with what. But Bunet with the Marth one seems very good right now. Alright, yeah, and then that archer is definitely going to die.
Tell me what to do.
We'll have... That's Etier? Oh, okay. I gotta be careful with that. She has 29 physical attack, which is quite a lot. I think she one-shots a few of the squishier units, although maybe the defense buff saves them.
Beneath contempt.
Right. I forgot that he's just gonna die anyway. I keep forgetting that. My bad. Sorry for calculating based on reliable results. That's not how this playthrough works. Not even a little bit. And damage is not too good, surprisingly. The poor... I hate how the units join in this game. I know we already talked about starting inventory and join times for these units, but it's very frustrating to have these guys be there at the start of the battle, but they're green units until the battle actually starts. Because again, imagine if Fogado had an S-rank bond ring, or even an A-rank bond ring, and the +2 to all stats from the food bonus. It would have been so nice. I guess I can understand why they can't give him the +2 stats, because he's not there at the Somniel eating with everybody else. So that makes sense. I'll give him that one. But if I could just give him a bond ring, that would help him out a lot. Alright, anyway, I lost track of where my turn was going. Oh yeah, I wanted to kill this flyer here. I think Hortensia, yeah, Hortensia doesn't kill. So we'll kill this flyer with Veyle. Oh! We did need that chain attack. But we'll just have Hortensia finish the job. Also, I know this was a couple days ago, but I'm glad most of y'all like playing with enemy ranges on, because again, I see other content creators, and not that I'm just trying to mimic everybody else, but I see other content creators often playing with ranges off, which kind of sounded like a nightmare to me. I didn't really want to do that. But if it made the viewing experience better for everybody, I would definitely do it. Why does this guy... Oh, he's getting chain guarded, right. Okay, so... We do still have a dance. Who's getting danced this turn? Tamara? Yeah, definitely Tamara. So we'll have Tamara... She doesn't one-round that She Adept, right? She's not quite fast enough. Even with the Slim Lats. Oh, well, actually, hold on. I think she does. Yeah, extremely cleanly, too. God, these guys are terrible. Wait. Wait, is that the falling... Wait, hold on. That can't be right. There's no way the Fallen Star works now. There's no way the Fallen... Wait. Sorry. The Fallen Star is working right now? 0, 0, 0? DLC was a mistake. That's... Yeah, you can see it in the corner there, Fallen Star. That's unbelievable. I'm only forgiving it because Tamara looks great right now with the Emblem outfit. That's frankly absurd. It did use up the Fallen Star. I'm gonna look into that some more. If it only works for one combat, that doesn't sound as broken to me. But still, that is catastrophically overpowered. Alright, I need to kill this archer, ideally with Marin, but I don't have like a 2-range follow-up here. Actually, Marin might just... Marin might just kill this archer, hold on. I don't think I need to team up on him. No, I don't need to team up on him. She does it with the Iron Sword. It is kind of unreliable, but she can Kanto back, and I can use Kagetsu if need be.
Please protect us.
Bum. Alright, so 19 damage from All for One. I don't know if that calculates the chain attacks or not. I don't think it does. I think that she's just taking that damage because, you know, that rapier is strong. Wait. Okay, yeah, I figured she won around Etier because she's slow and frail, but still, that's pretty good. Alfred is much tankier, but I do have the Rider's Bane. Okay, even with the Rider's Bane, Alfred is taking a lot of, or eating a lot of damage here. So I don't think this is going to be my preferred option. It's the only way this works is if... I can't believe she can't make it over here, but I guess it's just too far off. Yeah, that's just too many enemies. There's no way we can get in there and finish other people off. We're going to have to bait them in here and take an All for One. Now, who wants to eat an All for One? I could do another... Well, it's only 5 damage to begin with, for one. And they really, really like... I know she really likes going for All for One. And I could just fall... Wait. If I Fallen Star and it turns it off, I'm assuming it still works, right? I'm gonna try this, just because, again, I want to experiment with this. I'm assuming if it turns off the engage, I will still have the Fallen Star effect.
You got an emblem ring?
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I didn't know the portraits got replaced. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was not ready. I didn't know the portraits got replaced. I swear in all the other conversations the portraits weren't replaced. We saw... Anyway. Anyway, let's just move everybody in here and do our best to support. No reason to obstruct here, right? 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's a sniper. Wait. 1, 2. Yeah, wait, she reaches. I guess it's fine? Maybe it's not fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's not fine. I'm gonna block this tile just in case it doesn't work the way I want it to. I could Makai engage and block more tiles, but we're gonna hold on to it for now. Because again, I want to learn how it works. Alright, let's do this. Having the Marth engage is gonna be very nice here. And let's scooch everybody in here. I really want to break this heal staff too. I hate having a one-use heal staff in the convoy because I cannot for the life of me bring myself to throw it away. I have to get the last use out of it, and then their inventory is not available, and I get upset later, and it's just silly. I do not want to destroy my own thing here. Haven't engaged with Veyle yet either, so we have that option too. Okay, yeah, this will be fine. Go ahead and equip the Rider's Bane just in case Alfred comes into attack. I assume he will. Okay, no, they just move forward and give up.
I'm going to ask you nicely. Please die.
Okay, this one was still funny, but not nearly as bad. Oh, that's right, they have Veteran Plus, the Rider's Bane. That's why the Rider's Bane isn't there. I keep forgetting that the Retainers also have Veteran Plus, so they don't get affected. Okay, cool, we kind of actually stunned their turn with that Obstruct Staff. That went better than expected. I wasn't sure exactly how it would go, but that was nice. So I believe we have enough firepower to wipe everybody out here. Let me just look at... Yeah, Saphir has the lowest damage output, but she'll be able to provide some chain attacks. What is the best option here? We have several ways to one-round Etier, so we need to worry about her. The problem really is Alfred and the Flyers. And Saline. She's kind of strong. I think the way that I'll deal with Saline is put, like, Fogato in range. Hold on, let me see the damage Fogato takes. I want him... Oh, 38. Oh, wait, but I can't block that with a Chain Guard, can I? I believe I cannot. Yeah, I'm almost certain I can't. So I think the best option here is attack with Fogato. I'm not going to be able to feed all the kills I want to Tamara, but that's alright. She'll have one more chapter to get the XP to promote.
I'm sorry.
And then almost certainly our best option is going to be to dance Fogato. And then Tamara, do you one-round Etier? Yeah, okay, everybody and their mother one-rounds Etier, which I guess is true in the vanilla game as well. Yeah. She needs to be out of the way anyway.
It's your lucky day, cutie. You get to fight me.
by the way, I hope all of y'all are proud of me for not making fun of Hortensia anymore. I've been very tempted several times to keep making fun of her, but
I have to retreat.
sorry, I don't want to talk over the replaced dialogue. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't want to make fun of Hortensia any more than it's necessary, and I feel like I've done a good job doing so, even though it's been very, very tempting, despite the fact that I kind of like her character more now. You just go here and top someone off. Perfect, the heal broke. Alright, Zelkov, you survived the all for one, so we just need to apply... I guess apply poison to... Yeah, it's going to be your best option, because you actually only deal 1 damage to Saline as well, damn. This will help get through Alfred, he's pretty tanky. And then what are our magical units? How well do they do against Alfred? Okay. He's on the quick side. This is... Okay, so this hand axe is going to be her best move, and really her only proper move. So let's go for some chip damage here as well. Go ahead and opt in for Divine Speed. Look at all those skills activated. As much as I enjoy Skill Emblem from like Awakening and Fates, having the skills toned down in this game has, I think, greatly improved my initial experience. Alright, get him, Lyndon.
If I may, my turn.
The flowers been cut.
Oh, I didn't know that was his death animate or death
You're
quote.
horrible. That's it. I'm leaving.
And then immediately 180 the voice. Alright, so who's up next? Again, we gotta make sure that she can't get to the Fogado, which actually right now she can't do that hole. I can't believe Pitfall Bridge made it into this game from Radiant Dawn. It like, there aren't actual pitfalls, thank God. But of all the maps to pull from that game, I can't believe it was this one. It's so funny. I love it and hate it at the same time. Alright, Veyle can do whatever she wants here. Who wants to attack in melee? Can anybody reach? No. So she's definitely not dying this turn. So let's opt in to... maybe attacking with the Surge. Oh no, we'll attack with Echo. Assuming we deal damage, which I think we do. Yeah, 5 damage? Okay, let's take this. And even with the Resonance, we took, what, 18 damage? Oh.
Return the ring. No way. I'm the one who's after the ring. We could have done this the easy way, but no. You had to be stubborn. I'm stubborn.
I think I once again didn't trigger this dialogue in my original playthrough. Just because Alear did not see a lot of combat against bosses for a while. Alright, and then we can have Marin... Oh, does Marin take down a health bar here? Not quite. What if I go around the other side? Is that 4 spaces or 3? It's only 3, right? Yeah. We do have another option here, and we don't. Let's say we could trade Tamara to her Javelin, but we can't actually do that. All for 1 for 10 damage. Somebody's going to get attacked and broken here and not be able to counterattack, and that'll be fine. Who do I think it's going to be? Probably Bunet. It's 14. I can't reasonably do that. It's just too risky. I guess I just override to avoid the counter. And we'll do it from the opposite side. Please confirm. Yeah, Silver Sword is the most might.
There is nothing to fear.
Yeah, I like a lot of the boss themes in this game. The Four Hounds theme is also pretty good. But I like this one. I don't know what it's called, but I like this one. Yeah, figures.
I challenged my fate.
It's funny to see her like glide over there in her default outfit. Alright, well, I think I think Tamara's getting 2 kills here. This puts her only basically 1 level behind where I want her to be. So, let's go ahead and get her both kills. There's no downside to using Poison Gambit, so might as well open up with that.
That was fun. Thanks.
Nice, another stellar level up. This is going very well. Who needs Constitution, or sorry, build, when you have speed? One more thing somebody correctly pointed out is that build should not be treated the same way as other stats, which I do agree with, but in the case of Tamara's build being so low, it is It is a detriment, that's for sure. Alright, Bunet, I guess just go ahead and throw a hand axe. Oh, only 1 XP. I think I'm getting like the penalty for doing too much chip damage or something like that. Oh, break defense. That's right. That's a good one. I'm glad we have that one now. All right, and then let's go ahead and farm up our Great Sacrifice XP. I don't think we get a ton from this, but some.
I have to fight.
Oh, perfect level up too. Nice. Or perfect 2 level up. Okay, he heard me say perfect level up and was going for it. Trying real hard. The random gross on this run, just the RNG in general in this run has been kind of legal. Oh, I just realized. There's a pitfall there, and I cannot dance for Chimera. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't have like reposition or drawback or anything, so we'll just go ahead and dance for somebody. Linden. And who's getting the kill? Linden? Fogado? Oh, Fogado will get a level up from this, right? Because I think I'm gonna promote him. So let's go for it.
You're done for.
You need all to hit. That'll be right.
All been lost. No fair. I lost. Well, you're not getting my ring. I won't let Father down.
That's gonna be good for a while. Oh, yeah, that barely gave any XP. Oh, it's because he's so high level. That's what it is. He's level 10. Yeah, look at that MVP. All right, that's looking good. All right, well that's it for that chapter. I had a fun playing that one. Again, it's not quite hard yet, but we did have +2 to all stats and a bunch of other things going on there. So it was a good time. I feel like there's something that I'm forgetting to mention, but unless it comes to me real quick here, I'll go ahead and call it for this time. Okay, yeah, they're back to normal over there for the cutscenes. So their portraits do get replaced in the actual battle dialogue, but not in the cutscenes, which makes sense. I assume the actual battle scene is more flexible. All right, so up next is Brodia Castle. I am going to do the Tiki Paralog next. Now, a bit of a heads up, since I have not played. Oh, that's right. You can't donate to Brodia before you go there. That means we can't get the eagle either. Eagle's cool. Poor eagle. I have to leave the animals behind. I can't bribe the political leaders into letting me adopt all their animals. But anyway, the paralogs will be a little bit different. Since I haven't played them before, I will be watching all the cutscenes and letting all the dialogue play out, and I'll get the unique dialogue with Marth and Tiki and all that. And yeah, so just expect it to be slightly different and more, a slower video, longer video, but that'll be right. I want to experience it. Also, I do want to go in as blind as possible. So I know some of you have commented really helpful things about the paralogs, but I've been trying not to read too deep into that, and I apologize because I do want to read all your comments and respond to everything, but I also want to try and remain as spoiler-free as possible. I know being on the internet, you kind of give up the right to spoilers, and I totally understand that, but still, if I can go in blind, I will try to go in blind. That's true for, again, all the paralogs. It'll be similar for that. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode.